Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tarot Thursday. I'm your host, Reverend Mary Hawk, and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening for whatever's appropriate for wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you being here. And as usual, if you have a question, please go ahead and post it in chat. I'll be happy to do a 3-card, more or less, reading for you. Hello to Lena and Lucas. It's good to see you both. If you don't have a question, then just post and say hi. And hello to Morgane. Good to see you as well. And let's see. Lena is asking for a career reading for the next 3 months. Lucas wants to know what he needs to know for the month of May. And Morgane has asked for a general reading. So, all right. That gets us started for today. Lucas wants to. All righty. So I hope everyone is having a good week. And let's see what the cards have to say for Lena. Alrighty, Lena. So the first thing I had for you is the Four of Pentacles. So this is a fortunate card in a career reading. The Four of Pentacles indicates doing well financially, having enough money for your own needs and enough to share. I have Justice, which indicates getting what you have earned in a situation, or the universe tilting in your favor. And I have the Emperor. So the Emperor indicates cycles of time and temporal authority. So just remember that what goes around comes around. If things are going well for you right now, remember to save up a little bit for when things may not be going so well. If things are not going so well, remember that the cycles of time shift and things will become better in the future. And hello to SWAT Fan. And hello to everyone who is joining us. Good to see you. All right, Lucas, what do you need to know for the month of May? All right. Let me get shuffled up here, Lucas. All right, so the first card I've got for you is the Two of Pentacles. We can see a young man learning sculpture with an older man watching. So this is about learning new skills. I have the Lovers. So this means you're going to have a choice to make. Generally, between or among equally good options. I have the Seven of Swords, so this means that you may find yourself in a situation where you have to work hard to reach your goal. You can get there. It's going to take a little bit of work. So I'm going to draw a Brian card for you. And I've got the Chariot. So this also indicates things may be moving quickly this month. So I hope that is helpful for you, Lucas. And Talina, you're very welcome. And hello, Hippie Janet. It's good to see you. And now we are on to Morgane, and Morgane has asked for a general reading. You're welcome, Lucas. Also, a blessed Beltane to everyone celebrating in the Northern Hemisphere. A blessed Samhain to everyone celebrating in the Southern Hemisphere. And if you would like to join us Sunday evening at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, Reverend Don will be leading his Samhain Beltane ritual. You can see that on Pagan World TV. I'm sorry, on Divination TV and Magic TV. On either Facebook or YouTube. All right, so for Morgane, let's see here. All righty, so we have got the Six of Pentacles. So this is about perhaps getting help from someone else in the material realm. I have got the Eight of Lamps, lamps being the suit of magic and spirituality. And 8 is talking about starting in a new direction, trying new things. I've also got the Hierophant. And this is talking about spiritual devotion and perhaps making an offering to your deities, however you see that, or spending more time in prayer or some form of devotion. So I hope you find that helpful. And blessed Samhain to you, Kayleen. Hello to Lee. And that was Morgane's reading. The next reading I have is for Swak Fan. Swak Fan has asked for a career reading for the next 3 months. And then I'm caught up on readings, but if you would like a reading, go ahead and post it in chat. And I see Hippie Janet just posted a request. You're very welcome, Morgane. And if you'd like to send me a tip, you can do so at my PayPal, maryhawk1968 at Gmail, if you'd like to book a reading with me. You can also shoot me an email there or contact me on Facebook at Mary Hawk or at Divination TV. All right, SWAT fan, let's see what we have here. All right, so the first card I've got is the Five of Swords, and I'm going to say this is where you're at right now. And I just called this one the dumpster fire card. So right now you're feeling some conflict where you are with your career in your current situation. However, things are going to improve. I have the Princess of Swords, and she always advises to be careful in your communications. Moving forward, be sure that you speak in a way, email, message, whatever you're doing around your job, be sure you are communicating in a way that expresses exactly what you want to get across. So communicate carefully. But ultimately, we have the 10 of Pentacles here. So this is a very good card to have in anything relating to your career because this is about financial stability. So things are going to be looking up for you, even if you're feeling stressed out right now. So I hope that helps for you, SWAT fan. All right, and let's see here. I think Hippie Janet is next. I just want to be sure. Yeah. Hippie Janet is next, and Hippie Janet wants to know if either of her 20-year-old friends are going to find a full-time job paying at least a minimum wage. I ask this way because they're both babysitting sometimes. All right, so we're looking for full-time employment. And I'm going to add within the next 3 months on this Hippie Janet because if we don't put a time frame on it, we're going to say, will they ever get a job anytime in the rest of their lives? And surely the answer to that is yes. So we're going to say, are they going to get one within the next 3 months? And you are welcome. And hello to Reverend Don. Welcome.
Hello, hello. Sorry to be late.
That is quite all right. The tech worms get us all from time to time.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so we're doing a reading for Hippie Janet.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, will either of her 20-year-old twins get a full-time job paying at least minimum wage within the next 3 months? And I can go first because I'm ready to go. Okay, well, the first card I've got is the Nine of Pentacles, so that leads me to say yes. I have the High Priestess, which suggests Some prayer and magic would probably help the situation along. I have the Ace of Swords, which says when a decision comes up, make it quickly. So if one of them gets an offer, they need to say yes because the opening will not last long. So when a decision needs to be made, jump on it.
And the first card that I have drawn is the Princess of Coins. And the Princess of Coins says that everything that needs to be there is there, and that it's important they not hold back or underestimate the potential of their situation, that they not hold themselves back. With it, we have the Six of Coins. Six of Coins is a card of getting help from another person or help from the universe. The energy is moving in the right direction for them. And then we have Strength, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's strength. So taking these three together, I'd say there's every reason to expect that, yes, they will get a job of this sort within this time period, provided they take the actions they need to take to get it. And that could be simply the action of going out and applying, but more likely it's similar to what Mary was saying, when the time comes to move quickly and to grab the opportunity. So that's what I would say. And there you go.
Morgan, send me an email and we'll discuss options, okay? And thank you. All right. And for Renee is asking for a reading for finances for May.
So I have 3 cards and I have an escapee. The escapee is Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is basically growing your garden, working all the things that you need and that bring you satisfaction and pleasure. And it says to enjoy what you're doing, continue to focus in a positive direction, and it will take you forward. Now, with that, we also have past, and past says the past can be taken a number of different ways, but in this question, I'd say learn the lessons of the past, look at what worked well and what did not. Realize that, you never go backwards, but you can learn from what was there. So apply the good, and things that have worked for you, try doing them again. The Chariot is moving forward, a very positive card for pretty much anything, in my opinion. The Chariot says that finances will move forward in May. And again, stay focused on what you do and apply the lessons of the past. And then we have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is celebration and community, achieving something that has been desired and rejoicing. So it suggests to me that things will be financially fairly good in the month of May. And Again, focus on things that give you pleasure as you do them and apply the knowledge of the past. And those are the advice that is given. And there you go.
So I've got the Five of Cups, which suggests some disappointment. I think that's where you are right now. I have the King of Pentacles, and he represents reaping the rewards of what you have worked for. Also, the idea of building your resources slowly over time or wise investing. And I have future, where we see a man with wings made of waxed feathers. We don't know if he's Daedalus or Icarus, though. So the wisdom of this card is to move forward confidently, but not foolishly. So don't get too close to the sun like Icarus did and have all the wax melt off your wings. Instead, proceed like Daedalus did at a reasonable altitude and fly to safety. So I hope that's helpful, Renee.
Yes.
Okay. And then Kayleen has asked for a reading for all those who'll be joining the Beltane Samhain ritual on Sunday to guide them in preparing for that.
Oh,
I had
very
mentioned
cool.
our online ritual earlier.
Yeah, I put on this tie thinking it would look really good with this shirt. And it just kind of seems to disappear into it.
It's probably the online part. I'm sure it looks better in person.
It probably does. I realized the blue would be similar to the blue. Didn't realize it was so close. I've never worn this one before, so it's a new experience.
Oh. Well, I am ready. I've got the Princess of Pentacles, which suggests people have what they need to be ready for the ritual. I have the High Priestess, which means commune with your higher self or divinity. And how appropriate. Well, I have the Nine of Cups, which basically means you will get out of the ritual what you put into it, I believe. It's the wish card, so if you focus good energy, you will get good energy. If you don't put much energy into it, you will not get much out of it.
Well, that's usually how it goes. So what I drew, the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords says that it will be accomplished. It may feel a little bit like climbing uphill. Hopefully there'll be no technical problems. But there will be a certain amount of work involved in doing it. Everything that's necessary is there. I don't know if you noticed when you first held up this card a moment ago, I was sneaking it into the camera, but I drew it as well. Princess of Coins. basically says it's important for everyone to commit to what they're doing and put their full energy into it. And then the Six of Coins says that things will go well. Six of Coins is getting help, getting assistance, moving forward. It's a very positive card. So what it looks like to me is that there may be some distraction, but as long as we overcome our distractions, we'll be fine. Not unlike
right. And Kayleen and Morgane are telling you hello when you first came into the chat room.
I ended up having to reboot my computer, which took forever.
Let's see. And Morgane, my email is maryhawk1968@gmail. It is on the screen. Okay, Finetta has asked for a reading about their new business. And Zion is crying, says, hiya, good to see you.
Hello, hello.
So Finetta's new business reading is next. Okay, so the first card I've got is the Eight of Cups. And here we've got a man surrounded by some ghosts or night terrors. So whatever you're worried about, it's not as bad as you think it is. So turn around and tell them to go away. We have the Hierophant. So pray about it, talk to deity, ask for blessings as you move forward with your new business. And then this one's kind of odd for a reading about a business. I've got the Two of Cups, which suggests a new relationship. It could be a business partnership. I'm going to draw another card, and I've got the Nine of Pentacles, which suggests being in a good position financially. So I think things will work out well for you.
And I have drawn 3 cards, and I have an escapee. My escapee is the Hierophant. The Hierophant says, pay attention to your spiritual guidance. As you go into this situation, stay spiritually connected through meditation, messaging, whatever it is that you do for spiritual guidance, divination. Stay attached to that. It will give you the insight that you need. The cards I have drawn, we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands advises you to be patient. It says the current situation is changing. It's right on the edge of change. You just need to be patient and let it happen. Since you're asking about a new business situation, I would say it represents things getting started, getting on their feet, moving forward. Be patient with it. Let it take its time. With that, we have the Two of Coins, which is being very, very busy. So expect to be very, very busy and learning a lot about what you're doing at the same time, which, of course, is very good for a business situation. And then we have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is another card that says, may not go as fast as you want it to. You may feel that you're waiting. You may need to be patient. But be patient and stay spiritually connected, and you'll find things will pick up. I'm going to draw one more card for you. And I've drawn the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords says that this is a journey. What do we mean by that? We mean that, it starts in a certain place and it moves forward. Be patient with it. Let it take the form that it needs. May not be quite what you're expecting, but it will carry you forward. And there you go.
All right. All right. Next, Anita is asking, says, Blessed, good evening, Rev Mary and Lord Don, Blessed Beltane. Can I get a card about the financial decision I made tonight?
Oh boy. We can do that.
And good to see you, Anita. Also says the Temple of Holistic Knowledge is celebrating Beltane tomorrow at Rising Goddess. Reverend Kai is leading us. Wonderful. Tell everyone we say hello.
Yes, indeed.
I am celebrating all weekend. I'm going to a ritual with my son-in-law's Asa True group tomorrow. Moon Willow Proto Temple is celebrating our ritual Sunday. And then, of course, we have the online ritual Sunday night.
Yes, indeed.
And Renee says thank you.
Oh, very cool. So the first card I've drawn is the Princess of Lamps. The Princess of Lamps represents using magic to move forward. So that I would say, knowing nothing about your financial decision, but you're a spiritual person, you understand magic, use your magic to make it good, make it what you want it to become. With that, we have the Hangman, which says, yeah, but it's a learning experience too. And be prepared for a little bit of a learning experience. That's not bad. Odin hanging on the tree got what he wanted. It just took 9 days to get it. And it says be patient with the process. And then our third card is the Soul. So whatever decision you've made tonight, it's going to require patience, will benefit from magic, and it's very important to use spiritually. It's not a random thing, even if it seems to be. Whatever is involved here is part of your spiritual journey, part of the lessons that you're in this life to learn. It's important to you. It may be spiritually satisfying to you, or it may simply be spiritually necessary for you, but it's spiritually important. I'm going to draw a Brian card because, of course, I am. And your Brian card is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is, in my opinion, good for a financial question. It has to do with growth, with satisfaction, with being happy with your situation. So it's saying that, with a little patience, you'll be very pleased with how this comes out. And there you go.
Well, my first card is the King of Lamps. So this is about prayer, meditation, discipline. So yes, apply your spiritual tools to the situation. Then I've got the Chariot. So something is going to be moving quickly in this situation. And then I have the Ten of Pentacles. So ultimately, it is going to be a good decision for you, even if it doesn't happen immediately.
Yay.
All right, and where are we now? And Kayleen says thank you. Finetta says thank you.
Very cool.
An awesome guy, so accurate. Anita Freely says if there's a way to send Lord Don a tip as well.
Cool.
Since Lord Don and I are reading together, I split the tips with him. And Magical Mermaid says, hello, Reverend Mary and Reverend Don. And Anita says, thank you so much.
Yay.
So we're all caught up.
I'm on my third tie tack of the evening. Ordinarily, I would have done this before coming on the air, but my computer decided to be difficult tonight.
It's
Oh, I
been
like
that
that one
sort of a day. I had to reboot mine earlier in the day as well.
The horror.
So. Actually, at this point, I have rebooted 3 out of 4 computers. So, yay. 2 personal and 2 work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does
Oh, we
anyone
ran out of
else have a question for us? And in general shuffling, I just put the High Priestess just popped out.
Okay.
Okay, Anita, thank you so much.
Yes, indeed.
We appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Magical Mermaid says while AI tries to invade our programs. Well, AI can be useful. My sister and I had words over that yesterday.
Oh, my. I see.
So. So, does anyone else have a question for us? How long may it take to be refined? Is that a tarot question or a question about AI, Magical?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the context of the question.
Right. And while we're waiting on that, so tomorrow night I am making many deviled eggs to take Saturday.
Okay.
I started out by offering to make potato salad and deviled eggs for the potluck. And my son-in-law suggested that instead of making both, I just make lots of deviled eggs.
And stuff them with
Oh,
potato
man,
salad?
instead of the potato salad, just lots and
Oh.
lots of deviled eggs.
Oh, yeah, but are you going to stuff them with potato salad?
No, I'm just going to devil every egg in the house, basically. Okay, Magical Mermaid says, will it become part of society long term? AI? It already has.
Yeah.
And hi, Judy. She's got a pink moon tonight.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Maybe that's what's interfering with our computers. Full moon energy.
And Corey Judy wants to know, may I get a meaning of what direction I'm going in? Certainly.
Okay.
Okay, Judy, can you hear us? Can you hear me now? All
Okay.
right, she can hear us.
Are we ready? First card I have drawn is the High Priestess. The High Priestess says, in terms of directions that you're going in, you want to pay attention to your spiritual guidance. You want to let spirit guide you, and follow that little voice inside that tells you what to do. You also have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords says there may not be so much going on around you. It's going to be more going on inside you. It's more of a rest period or a recuperation period, a time to gather your forces, so to speak, to gather your strength. So don't try to force things to move faster than they want to move. It's followed by the Five of Lamps, which says that you're really looking for rejuvenation and rebirth. And that is the direction you really need to be going in. It may not be immediately obvious to you, but that's what you're really looking for. You're looking for cleansing. You're looking for revitalization. And that is coming, but there's a little bit of patience required on the way. And there you go. Let me draw a Brian card for you. And I've drawn the Prince of Swords. The Prince of Swords says that while you're looking for those things, make sure that you're not focusing all of your energies in other people's directions or away from yourself. have a good, healthy dose of selfishness. Make sure that you do the things that you need to do to get the revitalization and rejuvenation that you need. Do not do so much for other people that you've dissipated your energy to the point you can't do it for yourself. So take your sword and slash the complications out of the way, and everything should move forward well. And there you go.
Now, interestingly, I have the Eight of Wands. So I think you're going to find that internally things are going to move for you quickly. I have the Six of Pentacles, which indicates getting help from other people. And I have the Ace of Lamps, which means focusing on your spirituality. And I drew one more card, the Brian card, and I got the Prince of Wands, and that means you really need to focus your energy here. And I'm going to say, coupled with the Ace of Lamps, you need to be focusing your energy on your spirituality. So I hope that helped you, Judy.
Yes, indeed. If only we had named the Brian card before I wrote on the subject of tarot, I could have included it in there. Maybe I still could. See if we can disseminate it throughout the entire tarot world.
Since I am working on a book on tarot, I could include the Brian card and the Dawn card.
There you go. Perfect.
Well, I'm glad that helps, Judy.
Yes, indeed.
Our ceremony, if you mean the lustration, it was wonderful.
Yes, indeed. Lots of great pictures. Lots of good times over the weekend.
Yes.
Not as much video as we might have hoped. But it was a great time.
It was.
I think it was very much a statement of strength and success and family. And I don't know if it could have gone any better than it did.
Well, thank you. Hello, Dreamtime. Good to see you.
Hello, hello.
And we are coming up on the top of the hour, so does anyone else want a reading? Going once. Okay, Dreamtime, we can do a general reading for you.
Yes, indeed. So the first card I have drawn is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords says that, generally speaking, in the next few weeks, the immediate future, another person is going to be very important to what you're doing. This may be a romantic or a business partner, maybe a friend, maybe just someone who is helping you in some other way, but there will be another person involved. The Queen of Coins says that it's going to be a time with a lot of focus on material prosperity, and things should be going well financially during this time period. There should be a lot of focus on finances during this time period. And the King of Swords says you may find yourself needing to make some decisions during this time period, but you also can trust your judgment. It's saying that you're able to make whatever decisions you need to make in a successful manner. And for a Brian card, we shall draw the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups says that, yeah, this all looks really good, but you may have some hesitations about it. You may have some things that are worrying you, but they really don't need to be. So I would say to you, if there's anything about this upcoming period that you're worried about, try to take a step back from that emotion and look at the situation in a less emotional way, and you may find there's nothing there really to bother you at all. In the card, you can see the person is beset by phantoms, and it's kind of saying that whatever worry that you may be dealing with is also a phantom. It's not a real thing. So do not let anything that you might be worried about psych you out. Everything is actually going to go forward very nicely. There you go.
So I have the Eight of Swords. So you may have been feeling stuck, like the situation's just not been moving. I have the Five of Lamps, and this indicates some new revelations about your situation. You're going to be finding out new information, or new information, new revelations. And I have the Six of Wands. So you're going to achieve the outcome you want, ultimately. So, yeah. I hope you find that helpful.
Yes, indeed. Oh, thank you, Judy. Judy says, Reverend Don, your hair is beautiful and getting long, and love it. Thank you, Judy. Yeah, it's growing back out. I had cut it back a few months ago, only meaning to trim it, and trimmed it a little bit more than I really meant to, but it's feeling more reasonable again. The nice thing about hair is it does grow back.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. And occasionally it grows back darker than it was in the first place.
Yes. My father said his hair was fine until the army buzzed it and it just never came back.
I've heard of things like that.
And Dreamtime says, wow, thank you so much. Very on point. Big hugs. You're very welcome.
Yes, indeed.
Well, we're about to the top of the hour, so I think we need to wrap it up. Would you close us out with a prayer, please?
Certainly. Divine Mother Goddess, Divine Father God, beloved ancestors, we thank you for all that you do for us in our lives, and we rejoice in this walk we walk together. Beloved ones, we ask you to help us as we make our way through life, to have the information we need to make the best decisions, and to have the self-knowledge that we need to make the best decisions, to bring about the situations that we desire. Beloved Mother Goddess, beloved Father God, beloved ancestors, we thank you, and knowing you are always with us, still from respect, we thank you for your presence. And may you be blessed now and always. May you be blessed now and always.
Blessed be everyone. And if you weren't here for my earlier announcement, please join us if you can Sunday at 8 Central, 9 Eastern for our online Beltane Samhain ritual. You can find us at Magic TV and Divination TV on Facebook and YouTube. And the ritual will be recorded, so if you can't join us at that time, you can join us later. So blessed be